Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Selenium Tech Automation. In this video, I am going to show you what are the most commonly asked interview question for an automation test engineer. Okay, so here I came up with some 30 most common interview questions where experienced and fresher candidates can expect these questions during their interview. Okay, so the first question here is, what is the difference between @factory annotation and @data provider annotation? Okay, we have already know that this @factory annotation and data provider annotation which are provided by testng. Okay, so first if I discuss about @factory annotation, means this annotation is used to create instances of test classes dynamically. Okay, and also which will be very useful if I want to run the test class any number of times. Okay, for example, if I want to test some login functionality to a particular website and then I want to run this particular test multiple times, so then it is easy to use @factory annotation where we can create multiple instances of the test class and also we can run the tests. Okay, whereas if you come to @data provider annotation, means this annotation is also provided by testng only. At the same time, with the help of this @data provider annotation is used to provide the parameters to a test. Okay, this @data provider annotation will be used to provide some parameters to a test method. Okay, if you provide the data provider annotation to any test, the test will be running by taking some different set of values each time. Okay, and also this will be very useful for a scenario where you want to test the login site with different set of combinations like usernames and passwords each time. Okay, if I want to test with one username and password for this time, and again if I want to try with some different username and different password, means during that time we are going to use this @data provider annotation, which means we can use this @data provider annotation for to implementing the data driven test cases. Okay, which will be very helpful. So then the next question here is, what, how to check if an element is visible with the Selenium or not? Okay, sometimes what will happen, some elements may or may not be visible. Okay, so therefore we cannot perform any action on it. Okay, therefore we cannot perform any action on that particular element which is not visible. Okay, first we have to check whether that element is visible or not, so then only we are going to perform the remaining actions. So first how we can check, means with the help of isDisplayed method we are going to check for that particular element whether it is displaying on the web page or not. And also this isDisplayed method will return you a boolean value. If the web element is displayed, it will return you true. If the web element is not displayed, means it will return you false. Okay, in this way we can check if the element is displaying on the web page or not. Okay, so here you can see this is the example for that one. I am taking the web element what I am looking for, and then I am using one if condition here saying that if that particular element is displayed, print this line that is called as element is displayed. If the element is not displayed, means you can print this line. Okay, if the element is not displayed, means it will return you a boolean value called as false. Okay, so how to wait for element to be available? I want to wait I want to wait for a particular number of seconds until unless that element is going to be available. Okay, so sometimes what will happen, our application may load some elements very late, and also our script needs to be stop for that particular element to be available before going to perform the next action. So for example, if I want to if I am waiting for a particular web element, means so first I need to wait for that particular web element until unless that element got loaded fully. So then only I am going to perform the next action, whether it is clicking or send keys or selecting the drop down. So during that time, with the help of explicitly wait, okay, with the help of explicitly wait, we can easily wait for a particular web element. Okay, we can easily wait for a particular web element which is going to be available. So what is the syntax here? So first of all, what is, okay, first of all, what is explicitly wait here means using of WebDriver. You can see here I have clearly mentioned that is using of WebDriver we can instruct Selenium. Okay, we can instruct Selenium wait until the specified condition is satisfied before executing the next step. Okay, wait, okay, wait until the specified condition is specified before executing the wait until the specified condition is satisfied before executing the next step. So here the syntax here is WebDriver wait equals to new WebDriver wait of how many seconds you are going to be waited here, that is 30 seconds of time. Okay, after that I am using one class that is called a expected condition, so where that element is to be clickable. So then we are going to mention the expert for that one. So here expected conditions means it is a class, and also element to be clickable means it is a method. Okay, wait until the link is visible, then we have to make our Selenium to click on that particular link. Okay, in this way we can wait for any web element to be available. We are going to wait. So once that element is available, then we are going to perform the next steps or next actions we are going to perform. So next, what is our next question? How to overwrite current text value in the editable field on the web page. Okay, so for this question, using of sendKeys method on web element class will append the value to existing value of the element. For example, there is a text field. Okay, so where I am entering, or if the text box or text field is already containing some text data. So if I want to overwrite that already existing value with the new value means, so I can use here, okay, which one I can use here? First I will clear that existing text data from the text box, so and then I will enter the new text data what I want to enter in this particular web element. Okay, first I am clearing if there is already existing text data present. After that I am entering the new text data into that particular text field. So if we want to clear the old value, we can use clear method here. See here you can see if there is any if there is already one value is present inside the text box means we are going to clear. So then again I am going to enter some new value into the text box. So then what is our next question here? How to mouse over action on the web element. How to perform mouse over action on the web element? As we know already, Selenium, okay, Selenium Web Driver provided actions class, right? As we know already, Selenium Web Driver provided actions class. This actions class provided set of built-in methods, okay, set of built-in methods provided by the actions class, such as send keys, move to element, double click, context click, drag and drop, build and perform. So these are all the predefined or built-in methods which are provided by the actions class to perform keyboard operations and mouse operations. Okay, so the question here is how to mouse over on a web element and to perform click or send keys. So for that, as we discussed it just now, so actions class is providing one method that is called as move to element. The help of this move to element, we can easily mouse over to that particular web element. Okay, after that I am going to perform click operation. Okay, that is called as move to element method. With the help of using this move to element, we can easily move to that particular given web element what we are looking for, and then I am going to perform some actions, either it is click action or either it is send keys or any other actions. So after that what I am doing here, build dot perform. What exactly this build dot perform will do here? Okay, after specifying the move to element operation, we must have to build and perform. We must have to use this build and perform. So that is here what is this build method will do means it will compiles the, okay, this build method will compiles the specified keyboard and mouse operation, then this build method will make that particular action ready to execute. Okay, so what does this build method will do means this build method will compiles the specified keyboard and mouse actions what we specified here, that is move to element. Okay, this build method will compiles the move to element operation, then make this move to element ready to execute. Okay, and then what does this perform method will do means it will perform the compiled actions. So whatever we have performed here, right, using our build, so it is going to perform with the help of perform method. Okay, so that is about how to mouse over on a particular element, and also how we can perform click operation or any kind of actions. Okay, so then the next question here is how to get extract CSS attribute of a web element. Okay, if I want to extract some CSS attributes of a web element which is present on the web page, means we can extract with the help of gets a CSS value. Okay, with the help of get CSS value, we are going to retrieving the CSS attribute values for that particular web element what we are looking for. Okay, under that, what are the different CSS values we have means background color, and also pixel also we can get the attribute, and also color we can get, and also some bottom border width, and also top border width, height, width. So these and all we will get from a given element with the help of get CSS value method. With the help of get CSS value method, we can retrieve the CSS attributes for the web element which is present on a web page. Okay, so next moving to the next question. What is our next question here? That is called as how to take screenshot. Okay, how to take screenshot in Selenium. Okay, how to take screenshot in Selenium. As we know already, we have a interface inside our inside our Selenium to capture a screenshot for the particular failed or particular past methods. So here by using of get screenshot as, okay, what is a screenshot, how to take screenshots in Selenium means first we need to explain from here. Okay, by using of get screenshot as, and we are going to store it into some specified application. Okay, it is not available in WebDriver reference. There is no method for capturing the screenshot. Okay, this particular get screenshot as is not available inside our WebDriver reference. There is no method for capturing the screenshot. This method is available in the take screenshot interface. Okay, this get screenshot as is not available inside our WebDriver reference, and also there is no method for capturing the screenshot. At the same time, this get screenshot as method is available in which interface? In take screenshot interface. We cannot create an object for an interface. For this reason, we are going to do some typecasting with the driver reference. Okay, so we are not create an object for interface, right? As we know already, it is not possible to create an object for the interface. So for that reason only, we are going to typecasting this take screenshot to the driver reference. Okay, so here if you can see this line, the above line file scr, right? This line file scr file take screenshot of driver.get screenshot as output type dot file. So here output type is file. This is going to complete, this is going to store the complete information about the particular file. Okay, this is the complete information is going to be stored in the form of a file. If I want to copy, okay, if I want to copy that screenshot into my local machine means, so we are using here copy file method. Okay, but this method is available inside our file utils class, right? File utils class, this method is available. So in this way we have to cut down this take screenshot piece of code, and we need to explain. Okay, first we need to explain about what is this get screenshot as method, what is this take screenshot interface, and why we are doing typecasting here, and what exactly this output type dot file will do here. After that, what is the reason to making this file into our local machine, why we are copying the file into our local machine, we need to explain in this way by cutting down the whole process to capture a screenshot. Okay, so by using of get screenshot as and we are going to store this captured screenshot into a some specified folder. At the same time, this get screenshot as is not available in WebDriver interface, and also there is no such method for capturing the screenshot inside our Selenium WebDriver. So this take screenshot method is available. Okay, this method available in take screenshot interface. Get screenshot as is available in take screenshot interface. At the same time, as we know already, we are not able to create an object for which one interface, right? So for this reason only we are going to typecast this interface to the driver reference. Okay, so here you can see that what does this output type dot file is doing means output type is file. This is going to store the complete information into your local machine in the form of file. So if I want to copy the captured screenshot into our local machine means we are using here one method that is called as copy file method. So this copy file method is present on which class? File utils class it going to present. Okay, so that is about the syntax of how to capture the screenshot in Selenium. And what is our next question? How to get HTML source of a web element on a web page. So how to get source of a web element on a web page means we can extract this HTML source of any element with the help of which one? With the help of JavaScript. We can easily extract the HTML source of a web element. Okay, we can easily extract the HTML source of a web element. So what exactly this JavaScript here means? So here JavaScript executor in Selenium WebDriver. In Selenium WebDriver, we cannot find out any element by using of locators like XPath or ID or name, etc. Okay, in Selenium WebDriver, we can find any element by using of locators like XPath, ID, name, etc. But sometimes what will happen if these locators cannot able to identify or these locators are not working means at that situation we are going to use this particular JavaScript executor. We need to tell him in this way during your interview. Okay, so why we are using this JavaScript executor means in Selenium WebDriver we can find any element by using of locators like XPath, ID or name, etc. But sometimes if these locators cannot able to identify or these locators are not working, so during these situations we can use this JavaScript executor to make or to find the elements. So what exactly this JavaScript executor means? It is an interface and it will indicates that driver can execute the JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript executor is an interface and this JavaScript executor is indicating that a driver can execute the JavaScript. So here also we are doing typecasting. And what is this execute script here means? So it is a method and which is implemented from the JavaScript interface. Okay, implemented from the JavaScript executor interface. But this execute script, okay, but this execute script will executes the JavaScript in the context of the currently selected object. So in our case currently selected object means element. So the question here is we can extract HTML source of any element with the help of JavaScript, right? So for that what I am doing, first I am using one JavaScript interfacer and I am doing typecasting here. Then I am going to provide some web element. Okay, that is called if I want to take any HTML source of a given web element means, so first I am taking that element XPath and storing into string of data type. Okay, so then I am going to typecasting here saying that HTML code equals to with the help of JavaScript execute script method I am going to use return document dot get element by ID. This get element by ID what it will do, it is going to get the value of the given web element from the HTML source code. Okay, that's what we are mentioning here. Dot inner HTML. Okay, this get element by ID we are going to define the XPath of the given web element and with the help of inner HTML we are getting the HTML source code for any web element. Okay, so and how to switch between frames in Selenium. Okay, there are some scenarios where we need to switch between the, okay, where we need to switch between the, which one, different frames. Okay, different frames, and then we are performing some common actions like performing some click operation inside a frame, performing some send keys operation inside a frame, that is nested frame. Okay, during this time how we can switch. Okay, a frame means what? Frame is nothing but a window within a window, that is called a frame. And also if I want to switch between these frame means how we can switch. With the help of switch to method we can easily switch between the frames. And also how we can identify the frames. With the help of frame element, with the help of frame index, with the help of which one, frame id, frame index and frame name. Okay, so in this way we can easily identifying the frames. And also if you want to switch between the frames means we can use one method, that is called as driver.switch2 method. And how to get font size, font color, font type for a particular text on a web page using Selenium. Okay, if I want to get a particular text which is present in the web page, so for that particular text if I want to get how, what is the font size for the given text, what is the font color, what is the font type. So if I want to get all these details means with the help of which one, get css value method only, we can able to get all these font size, color and font type as well. You can see here I am mentioning the web element dot get css value. After that I have mentioned the value here. Okay, that is called as font size. Then font color, font type. By using of get css value method we can easily get the attributes for the given web element. Okay, that is about the 10th question. Next, what is the difference between navigate and get commands to open a web page in Selenium Web Driver? So this get method, what it will do, it will get a page to load or get page source or get a text, that is all, whereas navigate will guide through the history like refresh, back, forward. If I want to launch my application which to be loaded properly means I can use here one method, that is called as get method. At the same time if I want to navigate from one page to another site, like one site to another site means during that time we can use navigate dot refresh method, navigate dot back method and navigate dot forward method. Okay, if I want to move from one site to another site, that is called as navigate dot forward method. If I want to come back again from the second website to first website means navigate dot back. So if you want to refresh the currently opened web page, so with the help of refresh page we can able to refresh. Then how to stop page loading and when the element is loaded. So how to stop page loading when the element is loaded. Okay, I want to stop the page loading once the element is loaded fully. So here we can stop page loading by using of send keys dot esc to body element in Selenium. Okay, so we can stop page loading because the element what I am looking for, it is already loaded properly, but still our page is still loading. So during that time I want to stop that particular page loading. So during that time with the help of keys dot esc we can easily stop the page loading. Okay, so this is a syntax for that one. Driver dot find element by dot xpath of, mention your xpath dot send keys of, using of these keys dot esc we are going to stop the page loading. Now how to switch between the multiple windows, how to switch between the multiple windows means, so as we know already we have a dedicated concept inside our Selenium, how to switch in, how to switch between multiple windows. Okay, how to switch between multiple windows. Okay, we have already know about this. So if I want to make Selenium to find elements present in a new window, okay, so we have to switch our driver focus to the new window by using of syntax. What is the syntax here? By using of driver dot switch to dot window of window id. So here I am going to mention my newly opened window id. Okay, so at the same time each browser window will have a unique id. Selenium Web Driver provided get window handle method and get window handles method to capture these windows ids. Okay, so here Selenium Web Driver provided, if you want to capture the window ids for the opened window browser windows, means we can use get window handle when if there is only one window is opened in the current open browser. If there are multiple windows open, means if I want to capture or if I want to switch between these windows, means we can use get window handles. Okay, the help of get window handles we can easily switch between the multiple windows which are open, which are currently opened in our browser session, current session. Okay, so this is the syntax here and this is the code for this one. How to switch between means you need to explain in this way by writing all these line of code. Okay, so this is how we can switch between the multiple windows inside our Selenium. Now how to disable the cookies in browser. So this is the particular code for that, disabling the cookies in browser. Okay, then how to click hidden links in Selenium. The help of JavaScript executor we can perform click operation on the hidden links. Okay, so this is the piece of code for that one, you can also write. Okay, so now what are the different types of exceptions we have in Selenium? So we need to explain. So while automating any application we will get different types of exceptions. So whatever you are getting while automating any web application, you can mention all the exceptions what we have faced so far. Okay, so now how to refresh a page without using context click. If I want to refresh a page, so usually what we will do manually, we will right click on there, we will see one refresh, right? So instead of doing that one, instead of doing right click, how we can refresh? With the help of navigate.refresh method, with the help of sendKeys.keys method also we can easily refresh the current page without using context click. Then what are the different classes which are extending the driver? Okay, here these are the different classes which are extending the driver interface, that is called as Chrome driver, Firefox driver, likewise we have. Then how to handle the alerts. Okay, how to handle the alert pop-ups or confirmation boxes in Selenium. Okay, so what will happen usually at a given instance only one alert will be in active state. To perform any action on that alert we have to switch our driver focus to the alert using of the syntax called as driver.switch2.alert. So after switching our driver focus to the alert, either we can accept the alert and also we can dismiss the alert as well, and also even we can get the text of the given alert or getting alert, whatever we are getting, right? Even we can retrieve the text as well, what is the text present for that particular alert. Okay, so then which is the fastest browser implementation in Selenium Web Driver? So HTML unit driver is the fastest browser implementation, so as it does not involves interaction with a browser. Okay, HTML unit driver, phantom JS driver. So likewise we have among all those drivers, HTML unit driver is the most or fastest browser implementation in Selenium. This is a headless browser. Okay, so then how to implement data driven testing in Selenium? Okay, how to implement data driven testing in Selenium? With the help of @data provider annotation we can easily, okay, we can usually perform this data driven test cases. So where if you are using @data provider annotation means it is not required to use a for loop. So that's the reason why with the help of TestNG library we are going to use @data provider annotation. At the same time we are not using for loop here. Okay, data driven test cases if you want to automate means with the help of @data provider annotation we can easily automate the data driven test cases. And then what are the important phases in Selenium testing? The first one here is test planning, writing the basic tests, enhancing the tests, and running and debugging the tests, reporting and tracking the defects. So these are all the different important phases while doing the Selenium automation testing. So if I want to get the type text from the text box in Selenium, means how we will get the help of get attribute of value. Okay, there is a difference between what is a get text method and what is the difference between get attribute method. So if I want to get some text from a given particular button or any link, means during that time we can easily or we can go for get text method. At the same time, if I want to get the typed text in the editable field, that is called as text box. So whatever if I entered inside my text box, so I want to that capture that particular data, means with the help of get attribute we can easily retrieve the text data from the editable text field. Okay, so then what is our next question here? What are the web page elements inside our web applications? Text box, edit box, text area, checkbox, radio button, whatever the web elements you are observing in your UI web page, so those are all we can consider it as web elements only. And what are the different types of listeners in TestNG? So these are the different types of listeners in TestNG. With the help of listeners, with the help of listeners, we can easily, we can easily instruct. Okay, means you can listen my command and you can perform the action, desired action. Okay, so that purpose only we are using these listeners inside our TestNG library. Okay, if my test case got passed, you can do this one. If my test case got failed, you can do this one. Means we are instructing our execution part with the help of test engine. Means based upon my requirement, you are going to perform that particular action. Means that is going to be listen. What we are mentioning, that is going to be listen based upon the things what you have provided. With the help of listeners, it is going to be executed by test engine library. So then, can Selenium handle Windows based pop-ups? So this is also one limitation of Selenium. It is not possible to automate the Windows based pop-ups, but we can automate these Windows based pop-ups with the help of third party tools like AutoIT as well as Sequely. You can explain to your interviewer the help of AutoIT and Sequely how we can handle these window based pop-ups. So then what is the difference between driver.close and driver.quit method? So here driver.close method will close the currently opened browser window. So whereas driver.quit means it will close all the browsers which are currently open and also which are currently opened in our current session. Okay, this driver.quit method is going to close all the browsers windows which are currently opened in the current browser session. But if you are using driver.close means it will close the current browser window. It is not going to close all your windows which are open in your current window session. Okay, current browser session. Then what are the advantages of test automation framework in Selenium? If we are maintaining any framework means, so the main advantage here is we can reuse the code. At the same time we can do some maximum code coverage as well, and also we can reduce the manual intervention efforts, and also by defaultly we don't have any feature from the Selenium to generate any report from Selenium point of view. So that's why it is easy for reporting as well if we are using, if we are using one framework means. At the same time, if we are using framework means it will be low cost and also low cost maintenance, and it is easy for coding maintenance as well, and also we can able to logging for the debugging as well. And also the next question here is what are the different mouse actions that can be performed? So that is we can perform click operation, we can perform double click, we can perform context click, and also we can easily move mouse up and move mouse down, and also we can easily move to element as well. Okay, these are all performing with the help of click operation only, right? That is where we can perform this click means with the help of mouse only. With the help of mouse we can easily click, and also with the help of mouse we can easily move from one element to another element. With the help of mouse we can move up as well. With the help of mouse we can move down as well. With the help of mouse we can easily perform the double click as well, context click as well. So these are all the different mouse actions. Okay, then what is the last question here? How to verify tooltip text using of Selenium? Okay, if a web element have an attribute of type title, so by fetching the attribute value we are going to verify whether the tooltip text is correct text or not. If you want to verify, means if a web element have an attribute of type title, by fetching the attribute value of the title attribute we can verify the tooltip text in Selenium. So below is the line of code for that one. Get attribute of title. Okay, means string expected title equals to this one actual title, where I am getting from the tooltip with the help of attribute of type equals to title. Okay, so these are all the 30 interview questions I have listed out. So please drop a like if you found this video is helpful for you, and also please drop a dislike as well, so that I can improve my way of explanation wherever it is required. So far I have discussed total 30 number of most common interview questions for Selenium automation test engineers, whether it is for both freshers and experienced candidates as well. Okay, so that's all it for now guys. We can meet with our upcoming videos. So till then, take care everyone, have a nice day. Signing off, Selenium Tech Automation. Thank you so much.